guys, we're back. Yawn, what time is it? The sun is already so high in the sky, I must have slept in. You think? Considering how long I spent outside last night, it's hardly a surprise. I'm still not sure what to think about what happened. I want to trust Tobias, but it's just a necklace. Well, at least it's something different from the usual. It's strange how my life has been so boring all this time, then suddenly all these things are happening to me. But even stranger than that, I wonder why no one has come to wake me up yet. It must be at least noon, if not later. Surely Carmosa hasn't decided to be gracious and grant me a holiday. Oh my gosh. I want none of your pitiful excuses. Uh-oh, Carmosa's definitely not in the gracious mood. I should get going and see what's going on before she catches me like this. Everyone is here. Why is it blinking like that? Okay, you're an even bigger disappointment than usual. Looks like Carmos is mad at Gloria today. I wonder why. Hey, Sophia. Cinders, not so loud. I don't want to get in trouble or miss any of this. What's going on? Business as usual. Mother's in a bad mood, and Gloria was the nearest thing she could yell at. Well, Mary-Kate Olsen deserves it. Or Ashley, whichever you are. Okay, I'm not interested in your excuses. It's your duty to make sure there's enough wood for the fireplace. But if the servant is allegedly ill, then find someone else. Do it yourself if you have to. I'm sorry, Mother. I understand. If you truly understood, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Why does that branch keep popping up? I don't think I can do anything. I think it's just telling me. Okay. But I am wasting my breath. I can only hope that you've learned your lesson and this won't happen again. It seems I can't trust you girls with even the smallest tasks. I wish that one of you would finally take charge of things. Why is she so mean? Yes, Mother. Well, don't just say yes. Prove your worth. Okay, I missed it. Let's go back. Okay. Well, don't just say yes. Prove your worth by taking action. Make sure dinner is ready in 2 hours. I expect the wood to be chopped by then as well. Someone's bossy. Do it yourself. Don't worry, Mother. I will. She's gonna make me do it. Cinders, Sophia, why are you two wasting your time eavesdropping instead of being useful? Teehee, it's not a waste to watch the mighty, all-knowing Gloria get scolded by Mom. Oh! Sisterly love. ... Oh, what's this? You usually have such a sharp reply, but now you can't think of anything to say? Yeah, she didn't say anything when I insulted her the other day either. Whatever happened to the perfect, glorious, outspoken Gloria? One scolding from Mom is all it takes to shut you up. I don't have time to deal with your childish jealousy right now, but watch your tongue. What? She sounds just like the Mom. It will certainly get you in trouble someday. Anyway, you two heard Mother. Dinner must be ready in 2 hours, so get started. Excuse me? I'm not doing that. What? Why do we have to get dinner ready? Because I'll be busy taking care of Mother's other needs, like getting the wood chopped. If you'd rather not, I can always tell Mother you refuse to obey her orders. Fine, I'll do it. Just pray that your food isn't poisoned. Ha ha ha, as if you'd have the guts to do such a thing, little sister. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have duties to attend to. Well, it looks like I'm stuck working with you, Cinders. What should I say to Sophia? Why were you so cruel to Gloria? No! You sure told her. Wow, you really told her off. Nicely done. Of course I did! It's nice to see Gloria get a taste of her own poison once in a while. It's even nicer to see her at a loss for words. Yeah, I know the feeling. You really hate her, don't you? I never thought about it before, but I guess I do. Gloria was always cruel to me. Don't waste your energy hating. She keeps trying to be like Mom, and she thinks Mom will acknowledge her if she keeps putting me down. Well, things haven't been as bad as ever since... Wait, does that make sense? I guess. Well, things haven't been as bad as ever since you came along. You're getting the brunt of it now. Oh, thanks. But yes, I hate her. I didn't always hate her, but I definitely do now. At least she's got her due this time. She might be Carmosa's favorite, but we're the ones on top for now. True. But I don't feel that great about it. Well, that's not important. If we don't finish dinner on time, we won't be on top for much longer. Let's cook then. Can't promise it's gonna be good. It'll be nice to have someone helping me with dinner for once. Hurry up and take out all the ingredients we're gonna need. Bossy? Why me? Isn't it obvious? I hardly step foot in the place, so I naturally don't know where anything is. Naturally. That doesn't mean you can't help with the preparation, though. I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I? There's no way you can prepare dinner in 2 hours alone. Why not? How long? What are you cooking? Okay, I'll be in just as much trouble as you if it's not done. Mother isn't forgiving towards anyone. I figured that much out myself. Now here are all the ingredients. Please tell me it's not like a mini-game. Just do it for me. Yuck, the stench is unbelievable. Are they rotting or something? No, this is just how vegetables smell. They do grow in the soil, you know. Sure, but I can't believe you actually live with this odor. I bet sometimes you must feel like a rather large carrot yourself. Or a beetroot, maybe? You're funny. Oh, I get it. Okay, she said the same thing. That's very funny, Sophia. Besides, it wasn't exactly my own choice to move in here. They used to have a proper bedroom before Gloria took it. Of course, how could I forget? Still, you should be grateful. They say that harsh conditions help to build character. You're bound to become a diamond here, while poor Gloria softens with every passing hour. Can't you give me a break for once, if that's how it's gonna look? I prefer to risk Carmosa's anger and prepare the dinner alone. Wait, I don't understand. Okay. Oh, fine. Don't be so uptight, sis. One Gloria in this house is one too many. So, what was it like before we moved in with you anyway? Tell her, or why do you care? I guess I'll tell her. Do you really want to know? Of course, we've got to talk about something, or else it'll be awfully dull in here. You can't just admit that you're actually interested in my life. Well, if you must know, the moment we started talking, I decided it's better to imagine you're a character from some bad romance novel. It's much less personal like that. You're such a darling sometimes. I know, right? I may not be the worst or best in the family, but you can't accuse me of lacking creativity. But let's get back to that book you're in. She's actually in a book, you know that, right? We're famous. Okay. Well, life was different when Father was still alive, more carefree, although I suppose that's how childhood is. Father had a way with kids. I think he was a rather big child himself, always dreaming. I loved it back then. I see. And how do you feel about it now? It was too dreamy or it was great, because I'm not going to say it was suffocating. I don't think that's... it was too dreamy. We'll just be in the middle. It may have been fun while I was a child, but looking back on it, I think Father was overprotective. He raised me to live in a dream instead of reality. Unfortunately, life is a lot more complicated than fairy tales. You can say that again. Imagination can only work so far, and all dreams eventually come to an end. They don't have to. You're right. Sometimes I wish Father had better prepared me to be awake. What about your mother? Do you remember her? Unfortunately, she passed away giving birth to me. I still feel guilty about it, even though I know it doesn't make any sense. Father told me a lot about her, but I don't really know if that's how she was, or just an idolized image. Either way, I don't know that her death had a huge impact on him. I think he was very lonely. Perhaps that's why he preferred to get lost in his dreams rather than face real life. I'm sure it got even worse after we came into your life, huh? Ew, this onion is making my eyes wet. Give that to me, I'll chop it. If you rinse the knife first, it shouldn't sting that much. As for you, I'd say my life was definitely different after you came in. Oh, just be honest. I know your life has been miserable ever since your father married our lovely mother. Trust me, it's not like Gloria and I wanted this either, and yet here we are, one big happy family. You can be awfully cynical at times. Oh, you notice. Fine then. Yes, my life got worse when you showed up. I'm a servant. No, a slave in my own house. Not like you'd understand. Yes, what could I possibly know about it? Stupid onion. Okay, it sounds to me like it's your turn to talk about your life. Well, there's not much to say. That can't be true. It's obvious that a lot happened to you and Gloria. You wouldn't be like this otherwise. Besides, you said you wanted a conversation, so tell me about yourself. Fine, but don't say I didn't warn you. When we were children, we lived out in the countryside. Our house wasn't as nice as this one, though. Our father was a military man. He got himself killed in some war, and that left Mother a widow. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be. I hardly even saw the man. When he was around, he was like a complete stranger, not a proper father at all. His death meant nothing to us. What about Carmosa? It must have affected her. Maybe that's why she's the way she is now. Ha ha ha, was that supposed to be a joke? Mom didn't care about him any more than we did. Then why did she marry him? Well, why does anyone get married? Because they love each other? Yeah, for love. How about that weird thing they call love? Or is that too obvious? The only thing that's obvious is how naive you are. Can you show me any actual loving marriages you've seen? When I get married, it's gonna be freaking loving marriage. Like, are you kidding? I may be stupid, but I'm not dense enough to think that love is the driving force behind a marriage. You're crazy. Love is a luxury. Maybe a rich family like yours can afford it, but for the rest of us, it's a business transaction. Carmosa comes from a poor family. They had a title of nobility, but they lost most of their riches and splendor. The only way for her to advance up the social ladder was to marry, and she was ambitious. She married an officer who was relatively rich and had a lot of accolades. She probably planned ahead, even there. For all I know, she chose a man who would probably die in battle so that she could marry even higher later. How can you say that? That's such a cruel assumption. Cruel? It's not like she killed him. He would have died anyway. She just wanted something more out of life. It's still a cold thing to do. Cold? Sure, it's cold. It's business. I don't see what's wrong with it. Mother's not dumb. She did what she had to. Okay, this girl's crazy. She's crazy. There's not much room in this world for women with ambitions, so you take what you can get. So back then, was your life as bad as it is now? Worse. What? How so? Well, you weren't around. Oh, that was kind of sweet. It was kind of a sisterly thing. ... Listen, if you're not around, who do you think becomes the victim? Oh, never mind. Mother's always needed a scapegoat, and Gloria would do anything to please that woman. I'm not as pretty, smart, or ambitious as them, so naturally she humiliated me, and Mom didn't disapprove. Your mom sounds like a jerk. Never mind, she is. We've seen it. And now that I'm here, they no longer target you. Is that it? That's exactly it. Mom and Gloria have a new scapegoat, and my life is finally a little better. Aw. Oh, I see. So now that you're no longer tormented, you choose to torment me instead. Of course. Nothing personal, but it's either me or you, and I certainly won't be a victim again. I mean, then it's gonna happen to you again if you're not learning from it. Besides, you should be grateful. Didn't your father shield you from the real world too much? Well, now you get to see exactly what it's like. That's the way of all things. You're either the hunter or the prey. And as long as Mother and Gloria focus on you, I can go back to being my own worthless self. Aw. You're not worthless. As mean as she is, just listen to yourself. You're not worthless, ugly, stupid, or even cruel. You're a little cruel. My, and what has made you an expert all of a sudden? That's ridiculous. It's obvious the person you hate most is yourself, but you have no reason to. So you make up all these excuses like you're too stupid or ugly or worthless when you know it's not true, but it's still an easy way out, isn't it? You prefer to convince yourself you're nothing so that nobody will expect anything more from you. You don't have to change or do anything if you're worthless after all. And you sound like you're trying to convince yourself that you're all-knowing. You're not worthless, Sophia. You know that. It's almost endearing how hard you try to see good in other people, but you're just being naive. How? It's not naive at all. I was paying attention when you were talking, and I learned something important. You think you're worthless because you can't measure up to Carmosa or Gloria, but it's the opposite. Carmosa is a woman of strong influence. It's easy to get drawn in and conform to what she wants. The fact that you've resisted means that you're stronger than Gloria. It means you're stronger than Carmosa. I'm sorry you had to suffer for it, but that makes you even more admirable. Dot dot dot. You really had it rough, and I know that left a mark on you, but it doesn't make you worthless. You know? I don't need your pity. Oh my gosh. Haha, trust me, that's the last thing on my mind. You've still been absolutely horrid to me. But now that I know what happened to you, well, I just wish that you knew better. Listen to me closely, Cinders, because I'm only gonna say this once. Oh gosh, she's about to be mean. I am sorry. I'm sorry for everything. What? I'm so glad I recorded this. She just apologized. I'm not promising I'll change, but it's better than nothing. Dot dot dot. Thank you. I'm glad we could speak with each other like this. Maybe this is the start of something better. Don't get your hopes up. Anyway, it looks like dinner is nearly ready, so I'm leaving. Just make sure to hurry. I will. See you later. Wait, Sophia. What? Just remember that sometimes it's easier to get through tough situations if you have someone on your side. I suppose so. I wonder if I got through to her. I can't believe we actually had that conversation. That was definitely unexpected. It definitely was. I think I need some time to think over it. The meal is nearly done anyway. All that's left is to get one of the servants to cook the rest right before it is served. I really need to get out and gather my thoughts. Everyone is busy, so I'm sure no one will notice if I sneak out. Should we really do that? It's not going to burn the house down? Okay. The main hallway is empty. No surprise there. As I thought, everyone is busy right now. I don't have much time before dinner, but I'm sure I could sneak out and be back in time. All that talk about my mother reminded me that I haven't been to her grave in a long time. It might be dangerous to sneak out during the day, but I don't know if I'll get another chance. I'll just have to move as quickly as I can. Oh gosh. Cemetery. I don't even remember how long it's been since I last visited the cemetery. Mother's grave isn't hard to find. It's guarded by the statue of an angel crying gracefully. Father's idea. Looking at how much pain the angel is in, it's clear that Father took Mother's death very badly. I can't bring myself to look away from the statue. I'm sorry, Father. The grave must be in terrible condition by now. I haven't had time to care for it. Wait, the grave is clean. Not just clean, but polished as well. Someone must be caring for it. Step away from the grave. Ooh, who's there? Oh my gosh! What? I've had it with all of you grave robbers. Folk like you have no shame. Excuse me, that's my mom. Before I do, boss, I have a little something I need to ask you.